ask a question, because this is my position. And then anyone else can ask a question. So I have a question for all of you three guys. So being the president of Event Horizon is a pretty demanding position in terms of your time and the effort you have to put in. So can you guys tell me how you will be able to time manage and keep up with the stress that will come from doing this?
You go first and then me.
Yeah.
Am I going in first?
Yeah.
That's kind of fair.
Yeah. We'll change the order later.
Okay. Well, I don't really have a problem with time management right now because I'm just part of one more thing. It's like volleyball, and so I do have a lot of free time. My only problem is like commuting, so that's fine. And I do have a lot of free time. I'm gonna commit all of it to the committee, and yeah, basically. And if the other part of the team has a problem with that, I mean, they don't have enough time or something like that, I'll try to make it as like best for everyone, basically. So yeah.
Are you ready to give up volleyball?
Oh, definitely. they don't even like me. I don't even like them. That's fine. There's no volleyball people here, right? Yeah.
You can still play volleyball. You can still play volleyball.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's fine. Oh shit, that's going online. Yeah. Love you guys. Love you.
Anything else you want on record?
My turn? Okay, so I've made sure not to apply for anything else for next term. So I haven't applied for any London Strategic Consulting, anything like that. Also, so far for this year, I've been part of the International Development Engineers Without Borders project, or for Project Philippines. I've been handling big sales, fundraising events, things like that. I've been going to extra seminars. Additionally, on top of that, I've been on a cross-university entrepreneurial project. I've been pitching to people. I've had to go to Canary Wharf as well, like during the week. I've just had to dedicate a lot of time to both these two projects during my first year, as well as physics. So I think I should be able to be okay for time management next year.
Okay, well, my turn. Yeah, basically, I've said to you before, Anna, that I function best when I'm busy. It's definitely true. I'm very used to having no free evenings in the week, and I'm okay with that. I managed to, not get stressed out and still do very well in my exams with, running 2 societies and running an engineering project, as well as doing a lot of other extracurriculars involved, like with music and orchestras and stuff. So, I haven't done much this year, but I know I'm definitely capable of taking on the president role, especially because it's the only one I've applied for. So, the one role I think I can manage very well.
Right.
Yeah, any more questions?
Mention, the question of course, but also say who you're addressing it to and in what order they should respond.
And be careful.
I address to all of you, and
So reverse order.
it doesn't matter which order you respond to me.
That's
but
chaos, you have to say.
what do you think is the most important function of Physics Society or Event Horizon?
What do you mean by function?
Like, what is the most important? If Event Horizon does one sort of thing next year, what should that thing be? What is the most important thing you want to achieve?
I'll go first. Well, as I said before, I think the most important thing I want to achieve, that I think Event Horizon should achieve, is to get everyone on board from all 4 years. Because then... How?
Oh, wait, your question comes later.
Yeah, all 4 years, because I think then, the society will be better. It's not a society just for first years, it's not a society just for second years, it's a society for everyone. And I think, Event Horizon will be great once we achieve that.
I think that's a very hard question to answer because we have the social and academic side of the society, but I think Event Horizon in a nutshell, it's a place for, it's departmental, so it's the physics students, we're just gathering together. We like, as a whole, we like to do things socially, we like to do things academically. So it's both those because we're physics students, it's just a place for physics students, it's just us, what we want to do. That's the function of the society, that's what it is.
Yeah. I like Shannon's idea of like everyone joining, but I think for me especially this year the committee and the society made me feel like a part of a big family or something, because we're going out all the time and we have a lot of fun together. It's like it's literally we're like a big family, and all these events, it doesn't matter if social or like academic. It was just like feeling a part of a community, and for me this is the most important thing in Event Horizon. It's like it's making you belong.
That's cute.
Okay.
Isn't it? That's my daddy.
I'm proud of you.
Let's say like one of your committee members next year just plain doesn't give a shit, and even after consulting with them, like they just don't care anymore. What would you do?
Kick him out, oh sorry.
No, legit, like would you rather kick them out or like, you know, cover for them or find someone new? What would you do?
If you'd spoken to them on multiple occasions and tried to give them, you know, a few chances, then there will be no other option to look for somebody else in the committee board, because, you know, if they gave, you know, their all at the beginning, and then, you know, you can't just slack off. Like, it's not one of those things that you can enjoy at the beginning and then give up. Like, you've got to be 100% dedicated to it. And so in that case, you know, you would have to look for another committee member.
How many was I going to say?
Do you want to go?
Wait, no, I got this. What was the question?
Wait, one of the committee members is...
Someone didn't care about it.
Oh yeah, you should be able to get warning signs from the first, because we're going to be organised, as in, events like the Christmas ball, those need really far planning in advance, so we should be working on those in the summer. You should be able to get warning signs from there at the start, whether the committee member is really in, whether they're really out. So those warning signs should tell you from the start whether you know one is flaky or not. But if they do a good effort in the year, and then they trail off for a reason, there has to be a reason for that. You can try to find out what that reason is, try to amend that reason. But if they've given it their all at the start, it means they have it in them to continue that. So I think some careful thinking is needed. So kicking out at the start if they're really, really not in it, like at the get-go, but if they've been giving it them all from the start and then they kind of drift off, I think that can be fixed. I mean, you can amend that as, you can fix that together in your committee team.
Yeah, I think if someone's not doing a great job, or like is not trying to do a good job, then they should be told that they should basically spend more time for the committee and stuff like that, and then probably after voting in the committee, then maybe they should be kicked out. And I think every position has its responsibilities, so you're not supposed to cover for someone. Obviously, if they have a problem or something and they can't do their job for a while, then you can cover for them. But it should be a teamwork, so everyone should be on the same page.
I think the voting is a good idea, yeah.
The what?
The voting, but rather than think, yeah.
Constitutionally, that's how it works.
Oh, yeah, like, or Bulgarian style. Joke. It's a joke, I swear.
Okay, one last question.
Okay, you guys have certain... The main aspect of Event Horizon for many people is the events they hold, whether it be the social events or the academic events. Well, presidents need to lead and have some responsibility in coordinating. You also need to make sure not to have too hard a grip and to stifle it. How exactly are you going to balance this? How much control do you plan to have? How much do you plan to lead as a president, and how much do you plan to help your various officers actually do their tasks, or as opposed to control them?
So how much power are we going to take?
Effectively, yes. Like how much will you give?
I guess the question is about delegation mostly. So.
Answer centre, right, left.
First of all, if you've applied for the role, I hope you don't want it just for your CV. But I think you should be given the powers, and you should be going and actively, as in, if you're social sec, you should be looking at cool events you could be doing by yourself. You should have that in you. If you're academic, you should be going like, oh, hey, that professor's in town. Why don't we ask him if he's here for that? You should have your own initiative for that. So, as president, I don't plan on telling you to do things per se. Like, maybe if I've heard something cool, like tell it to you and like say like, oh, what about this? Could we do something with this? But I don't plan on telling every single member what they're going to be doing. Oh, and okay. In terms of like power within, I think weekly meetings and then like everyone telling each other, and then I think role of president is just to overview. Isn't like obviously you take core responsibility for everything. So it is your responsibility for everything, but you should be supporting everyone as well, not just leading them. That's what I think.
Is it me next? Oh, yeah, no, I was going to say exactly the same thing as Ray, but I'd just like to add that, you know, especially in meetings, that's a good way for, you know, everyone to come together, give their ideas, and then we work out what we're doing, like, every week. And I think that's where the president, you know, that's a good time for the president to delegate tasks, to basically say, you're doing this and you're doing this for next week, so that everyone knows what they're doing, as well as, you know, going off and doing their own thing. And, you know, it is a team effort, so the president shouldn't have too much power and to, you know, not basically control everyone, but yeah, basically, you know, some delegation, but a lot of individual work too.
I think that, as I mentioned before, the teamwork is like very important. So every team member will have ideas, and sometimes they will be different. So this is probably the time when the power of president comes in handy. You basically say what's going to happen. If you have two ideas that contradict each other, you have to basically choose. With the help of the committee, of course, but if sometimes it depends just on you, then you have to choose, obviously. But I think that you should let people basically develop their ideas, because they have been chosen for the positions. And for example, if someone has a great idea for a social event, but you as president don't like that social event per se, then you can't just ban it. You obviously have to overcome your personal, sorry, I don't know what the word is. Your personal thinking, and yeah, so that's my answer.
Okay. Right, like one last question, remember, and that's it.
Okay. You said that you want to get more third year and fourth year members. How are you going to do that?
Well, I haven't had any specific ideas at the moment, but like I'm sure the committee, if it's a good committee, will be able to, you know, come up with some amazing ideas. But I did like Wei. I'm going to steal his idea of, you know, the whole physics with events and, you know, career type events, because I think that becomes very important during third and fourth year. And as a society, if we can do things like that, then it'll become very beneficial for the third and fourth years, and we'll possibly be able to get them involved.
Okay. That was just, oh, okay. You want to say something?
For third and fourth years, obviously you're pretty busy, so social events, that's, you're not obligated to go to, well, you're not obligated to go to anything, but I think, yeah, more like careers and your academic is going to start being prioritized, especially if you're in your last year on BSc or fourth year in the MSc. So I think, I was intending for the society to provide via career means that way, but I mean, I don't want them to feel excluded, as in, if it becomes exclusively first and second years, as in really in the socials. But from what I've observed in the puck rolls, usually it's more of, it's not like you usually go there with a couple of people you like already, as in, so you're kind of going together already, you're in a group, so for socials I think that's still okay. And maybe not on the puck rolls, but like the big events, like at the end of the term, like the Christmas ball, like third, fourth years, that's a day event. Like, I think they can come to that and like
They
really
did this year.
exactly.
Yeah, I think basically what they said, careers and basically more academic related events. Because in third and fourth year, you're really interested in you're mostly interested in your area, like in physics and in your research or something like that. And you're actually concerned about your future in fourth year, for example. And this year, for example, the university, not Event Horizon, organized this event where like 8 people from different basically career areas, like some were more academic related, some were like business, some were, there was like this girl from police.
Yeah, the one we met.
Yeah. And so I think something like that would be very useful to third and fourth years, because it will give them an opportunity to talk to professionals and start considering their future more and more. And I think that's how you actually get them to come along. Yeah.
Okay. So this is like the longest question